So we talked in the earlier video about values being really important to helping an organization focus, to help yourself focus. They become your priorities, your ideals, your worldview. And now I'm going to show you and tell you how you might do this in a large group, any size group from about 5 to 200. So here's our list of values. We talked about them being ideals or worldviews. First step, get the two people to get together, and before they talk, they're going to go through this list of values. They're going to circle ones that are important to them personally. You're going to have them share which words they chose and maybe why. And it's a really good idea to do this as an uninterrupted listening exercise, so you give each person 2 minutes to share their list of values and why, and then you move on to the next person. Then you want to have the group come back and maybe share a couple of the words that they thought were important personally and why. And that just kind of helps build some trust and some really understanding behind how people choose values. You might even have the group, for example, when you focus on going to values that are really good for their organization, their team, your community, is to have them think about proverbs that may be sort of consciously or unconsciously spoken in the organization. For example, one proverb is time is money. The value behind that might be profit. Another one is customer's always right. So the value behind that might be respect for the customer. So you get to maybe have them disclose or talk about in table groups or smaller groups, what are some of the unconscious and conscious proverbs we use in this organization? And what's the value behind them? And then try and switch them into more positive language if they happen to be more of a negative-driven value. Once the group has done that, have them go back and meet perhaps as 5, 6 people and share what they think the values are that they'd like to hold together as a community, as a team. And once they've done that, you can have them come up and circle words on a big chart like this and start to narrow it down. And gradually, as the people talk more about why these values are important to them and why they want to have them really guide their future, then you'll really have that really deep conversation and be able to narrow the list down. One great question that I really love is, which are key to our mission? And so I'm just going to leave you with that. It's just a very starting point for doing a values-driven exercise. I hope that you get some good ideas, and feel free to purchase our module for more ideas, Values-Driven Facilitation. I'm Barbara McKay, North Star Facilitators.